Hey everyone, welcome back to Fluent English Podcast.
Hi, guys. We're so happy you're here learning with us today.
Emma, how's your coffee this morning?
Oh, it's brilliant. Third cup already. You know me.
Classic Emma. All right, everyone. Today we've got a really fun episode planned.
Yes, we're talking about something that so many English learners do, and honestly, it's not your fault at all.
Exactly. You're using phrases that are technically correct.
But they make you sound like you walked straight out of a 1950s English textbook.
Right. So today, we're covering 5 phrases you probably use every single day that are just a bit too formal, a bit too stiff for casual conversation.
And we're going to teach you what native speakers actually say instead. Plus, we've got some fun dialogues to show you these phrases in action.
Because here's the thing, if you want to sound natural and fluent, you need to speak the way real people speak, not the way textbooks taught you 20 years ago.
Absolutely. So grab your notebook, get comfortable, and let's dive in. All right, phrase number 1. This is probably the most common one. How are you?
Now, before everyone freaks out, how are you is not wrong. You can absolutely use it.
Right, but it can sound a bit formal, especially with friends or people you know well.
Exactly. So what do native speakers actually say? We've got a few options. How's it going? What's up? How are you doing? Or even just, hey, how are you?
Notice how Alex just said, how are ya? Not, how are you? We drop sounds and blend words together.
Great point. Okay, let's hear this in action. First, the textbook version. Hello, Sarah. How are you today?
I am fine, thank you. How are you?
I am well, thank you very much.
Okay, so technically perfect, right?
Yes, but it sounds like robots meeting at a business conference.
Exactly. Now let's hear the natural version. Same situation, same people, but listen to the difference.
Hey, Sarah, how's it going?
Oh, hey. Pretty good, thanks. How about you?
Yeah, not bad. Just grabbing coffee before work.
Nice. Same here.
See the difference? It flows. It sounds like actual friends talking.
Right. How's it going? What's up? How you doing? These all work great for casual situations.
Now, quick tip. If you're in a formal situation, like a job interview or meeting your partner's parents for the first time, how are you is actually perfect.
Yeah, exactly. Save the casual versions for friends, classmates, coworkers you're comfortable with.
Context matters.
All right, phrase number 2 is related to phrase 1. I am fine, thank you.
Oh my goodness, this one, if I had a pound for every time I heard a learner say this.
You'd have a lot of pounds. Okay, so here's the thing. Native speakers almost never say, I am fine.
Never. We say, I'm good. I'm great. Not bad. Pretty good. Can't complain.
And we definitely don't say the full thank you. We say thanks.
Right. So instead of I am fine, thank you, you'd hear, I'm good, thanks. Or not bad, how about you?
Let's hear this one. First, the textbook version, at an office.
Good morning, Tom. How are you today?
I am fine, thank you. And you?
I am very well, thank you.
So formal. It's like they're reading from a script.
Right? Now the natural version. Same coworkers, same Monday morning.
Hey, Tom. How's it going?
Oh, pretty good. A bit tired, but not bad. You?
Yeah, same. Rough morning, but I'll survive.
I hear that. Coffee helps.
Much better, right? Real people share a little bit. I'm tired. Rough morning.
Exactly. I'm good is probably the most common response. But here's a fun range. I'm great. Super positive. I'm good. Standard, neutral. Not bad. Pretty neutral, maybe slightly tired. I've been better. Means you're not doing great, but don't want to complain.
And here's a pro tip. Your tone matters more than your words. You can say, I'm good with a huge smile, and it means something totally different than, I'm good, said with a tired face.
So true. Practice your tone, not just your words. Number 3. Excuse me, may I ask a question?
Oh man, this one is so formal.
Right? Again, not wrong, but it creates unnecessary distance.
If you're stopping a stranger on the street for directions, excuse me is perfect. But with classmates, coworkers, or friends, way too formal.
So what should you say instead? Hey, quick question. Can I ask you something? Got a minute? Mind if I ask something?
All of these are friendly and casual. Let's hear this in a classroom setting.
Excuse me, may I ask you a question about the homework?
Yes?
When is the assignment due?
Friday.
Did you hear how awkward that was? The other student was like, "Why are you being so formal with me?"
Right? It actually creates distance. Now the natural version.
Hey, quick question about the homework?
Yeah, what's up?
When's it due again? I forgot to write it down.
Friday, I think. Actually, let me double check. Yeah, Friday by 5 p.m.
Perfect, thanks.
No problem.
See? Flows so much better. Hey, quick question is my personal favorite.
Mine too. It's casual, it's friendly, and it gets straight to the point.
Now, pronunciation tip. We often say quick question really fast, almost like one word, quick question. Try it. Quick question.
Yes, English loves to blend words together. Don't fight it, embrace it.
But remember, if you're in a formal setting, asking your boss something important or talking to a professor you don't know well, excuse me, may I ask a question is actually appropriate.
Context is everything.
Phrase number 4. I would like to.
This is a big one. Textbooks love would like.
They do. And again, it's not wrong. But in casual conversation, native speakers use simpler forms.
Right. We say, I want to, I'd love to, I'm gonna, or even I wanna in very casual speech.
I'd is the contraction for I would, and native speakers use contractions all the time in spoken English.
Exactly. Let's hear friends making weekend plans. First, textbook style.
What would you like to do this weekend?
I would like to go to the cinema. Would you like to join me?
Yes, I would like that very much. What time would you like to go?
They sound like they're negotiating a business deal.
Right? These are supposed to be friends. Okay, natural version. Same conversation.
Hey, what do you want to do this weekend?
I'm thinking maybe a movie. You want to come?
Yeah, I'd love to. What time works for you?
How about Saturday afternoon? Maybe around 3?
Perfect. I'm down.
So much better. Wanna is the casual pronunciation of want to. I'd love to is enthusiastic but still casual.
And notice I'm down. That's slang for I agree or I'm interested. Very casual, very common.
Now here's the nuance. Want is direct, would like is polite, would love is enthusiastic.
So at a restaurant, you might still say, I'd like the chicken, please, because you're being polite to the server.
Exactly. But with your friend, I want the chicken or I'm gonna get the chicken is totally fine.
The key is use contractions. I'd, not I would. You'll, not you will. We're, not we are.
Contractions are your best friend in spoken English. Embrace them.
Last one, phrase number 5. Thank you very much.
Okay, so this one is actually still used, but there are so many more natural ways to say thanks.
Right. Thanks so much. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Thanks a ton. Or just a simple thanks.
And depending on your tone, even cheers works, especially in British English.
Oh yes, cheers is very British. We use it for thank you, goodbye, and even you're welcome.
So confusing. But let's hear someone asking for directions. Textbook version first.
Excuse me, could you tell me where the train station is?
Yes, it is 2 blocks straight ahead, then turn left.
Thank you very much for your help.
You're welcome.
Not bad, but definitely formal. Now the natural version.
Hey, sorry, do you know where the train station is?
Oh yeah, just go straight 2 blocks, then hang a left. You'll see it.
Awesome, thanks so much.
No problem. Have a good one.
You too.
See? Thanks so much feels warmer and more genuine than thank you very much.
Agreed. And no problem or no worries is way more common than you are welcome.
Oh, definitely. In American English especially, no problem is probably used more than you're welcome.
In British English, we also say no worries a lot, or just cheers.
Everything is cheers in Britain.
Pretty much. But here's the range. Thanks is casual and quick. Thanks so much is a bit warmer. I really appreciate it is more sincere and deeper.
And tone matters here too. A genuine thanks with a smile beats a robotic thank you very much any day.
All right, everyone, let's do a quick practice session.
We're going to give you a situation and we want you to think about what you'd say naturally. Ready?
Situation 1. You run into a friend at the grocery store. What do you say?
Natural answer, hey, how's it going? Or what's up?
Situation 2. Your coworker asks how you are on Monday morning. You're tired. What do you say?
You could say, not bad, just tired. Or, I'm all right, a bit sleepy.
Last one. A classmate helps you with homework. How do you thank them?
Natural answer is, thanks so much. Or, appreciate it. Or, you're a lifesaver.
Nice. If you practiced out loud, even better. That's how you build fluency.
Okay, everyone, let's recap really quickly.
Number 1. Instead of how are you, try how's it going or what's up.
Number 2, replace I'm fine, thank you with I'm good, thanks, or not bad.
3. Skip excuse me, may I ask a question and just say, hey, quick question.
4, change I would like to I want to or I'd love to in casual conversations.
And 5. Use thanks so much or appreciate it instead of always saying thank you very much.
The big takeaway? Natural English is about sounding conversational, not perfect.
Exactly. Use contractions, relax your tone, and don't be afraid to sound casual with friends.
This week, I want you to practice these phrases. Choose 1 or 2 and use them in real conversations.
And remember, making mistakes is totally normal. That's how you learn.
If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a lesson.
We release new episodes every week to help you sound more natural and confident in English.
Thanks so much for listening, everyone.
See you in the next episode. Keep practicing.
Bye.